Hey, boys and girls, Jeff Dickinson here. I was asked these questions usually in these interviews about how did I start getting involved in this crazy world of movies. And it actually starts way back when I was a little boy. So I thought I'd do a little brief video to let you guys know who has not heard the story of how I became, well, where I'm at today thanks to my family and friends and their support. So basically, as a child, I loved to read and write. Stories fascinated me, movies fascinated me. Just to be somewhere else other than where I was at in the world was just amazing. So, growing up, I was really good at writing, and my little brother and sister were really good at drawing, and we started making greeting cards for our families, birthdays, Christmases, and whatnot. Going to school, I went to a private school called St. Teresa's Academy. Thank God my parents, who were very struggling poor, opt to be poor to help us children, myself, my little brother, my little sister, get a great education. I went to St. Teresa's Academy in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, that's where I'm from, San Antonio. And my mom went to that school. I did, so did my brother, my little sister. So there's some lineage there. And it's Catholic school ran by nuns. And it was a beautiful experience because I met a lot of wonderful people. And growing up, I used to keep this little notebook. It's not really a diary, it's just more of a book of my thoughts. And I would write in it. Anytime I had a thought, I'll write the thought down, or poem, short story, an outline or whatnot. And the kids on the playground was always interested in hearing my stories. They always wanted to know what's in the book. Mainly the girls. And so, Patricia, I know, Castillo, you know who I'm talking about. That's you. You're one of the girls of many who would just sit around and I'll tell stories and I'll push you on the swing and whatnot, So that's how I got my start in, writing. I was fortunate enough when I started high school to meet up with an English teacher that gave an assignment, which I apparently killed. And she was like, when I need to talk to you after school, let me help you learn how to creative write. That same teacher was the daughter of my across the street neighbors. And I didn't know all these years growing up that was her until we crossed pathways. And she helped me a lot about writing. I also took drama and debate just so I could open my mind up because I always wanted to be an actor as well. Debate helps me keep on my feet on, talking about subject matter, which got me into improvisation, part of drama. Because the drama teacher and the acting teacher the drama teacher and the debate teacher was one and the same. So that's how I wound up tap dancing into stand-up comedy after high school. So it's kind of crazy about this pathway I've been on. Now, my writing career, never wrote professionally, just did my own thing. I sent in a thing for Hallmark, sent in a poem, and if you win, we'll send you a check. And I got a check for $100 for one of my poems for a greeting card, which I regret cashing because I had to sign over that property. And, that sucks because you don't get to own it no more. Don't even remember what the card even said. It's been such a long time, but learning that fact, I always knew I needed to own my own property and keep it real. Keep it mine, When I got out of high school, and by the way, I toured doing debates in high school. I went to Jetson High School, by the way. Did a debate tour. I was not really good at acting, but I was in a few plays. By the way, my first play was in first grade. I played Frosty the Snowman. Hey, Snowman. No words needed because I was just supposed to be not really Frosty, just a snowman in a Christmas play. But I wound up going to Southwest Texas, and then going to the Earl Holliman Theater in San Antonio. And for those who don't know who Earl Holliman is, he was on Policewoman. And I got cast in The Odd Couple as Murray the cop. Now, in high school, I got cast as Oscar, and I loved that character. Therefore, I had passion for it. But when I started getting casting in parts that I didn't like the character, but was just, a bit part here and there, I just lost that interest. But my writing continued. And over the years, it's where it's been. I never wrote professionally until not too long ago. Did a children's book. But, when you're writing, it's mainly for you. And that's the main thing. And I got taught how to open my mind up to express myself through, just my ideals and thoughts. And that's what opened the world up. I love movies. Growing up, I wanted to be in a different world. And how cool is it to create your own world and characters? And that's what happened with me. Now, how do you get in the movies? To answer that magical question, I wrote a story back in '95 called The Ring of Death. I put it in a storage unit. And by the way, if you can get a storage unit, put anything important in it, make sure it's temperature regulated, because mine wasn't. It rained. A lot of my stuff got dilapidated. Nothing written was salvageable. Everything that was on the floppy disk, 3 1/4, hence, how old that was, during that time. Non-readable because of heat. So always protect your stuff. And that special book I carried through my childhood was gone as well. And that's the worst thing. But I knew I was going to rewrite this. And I was going to originally do a book. That was my goal. But then again, I ran into these wonderful souls, Meredith and Chris Majors, who was doing Lake Erie. And our pathways crossed. I told them about what I had to do to rewrite the story and gave them the premise. Originally, The Ring of Death was a Twilight Zone / Hitchcock type film movie, but the characters didn't feel right to me. The storyline dragged on from time to time, and I wanted to do something different, so I was going to rewrite it. Now, my favorite author was Poe growing up. And I said, you know what? I'm going to flip the script on the ideal of the story and make it a Poe-style film. The essence of Poe. And that's how the Raven Rue Morgue was born. Thanks to the encouragement from my family and friends throughout the years of always writing and to, just saying I'm close, keep it going, they're proud of me. Then these wonderful folks who, by the way, Lake Erie, already in the can, out there in the public. Go to YouTube, Amazon. You can stream it all day long on any device, all services, cable or satellite, called Lake Erie. Erie as in 2 E's, as in it's Erie, And that has a wonderful cast, written by Meredith Majors, starring Lance Hendrickson, Betsy Baker from The Evil Dead, Lance from the Alien films, and of course Meredith did a wonderful job. Chris directed. It was his first time directing, and it was beautiful. You did a wonderful job, Chris. Meredith, you rule too. So bring us to the next point of, I'm writing The Raven, and it's in the works. It's been cast for all the major parts. Go to Facebook and YouTube. Check out the videos. Check out the songs that's out there, the quotes on Facebook. I'll put the links below here. Lake Erie. And then Harvest Moon's coming out. We're about ready to film that one. That stars Robert Englund. Betsy Baker's making a reappearance. And of course, we have the usual suspects going to be popping their heads in there. So look, don't always give up on your dreams, because right around the corner may be something different. Yeah, I started The Ring of Death in '95, maybe a little bit earlier, but because of tragedy and things are not going your way, don't ever give up. I didn't. I just quit doing it for a while because I just felt like I just needed to take a break. But I'm thankful I didn't. And moving forward, the Raven Rue Morgue's right around the corner. Like I said, hit the Facebook page, IMDb. Enjoy those postings. And then Harvest Moon, of course. There's other projects in the future that I'll be involved in. Right now, I'm in discussion with some new development, and I just hope that going forward, that I want to inspire and help others to not just give up their passion. Yeah, I didn't become an actor. Yeah, I didn't become a stand-up comedian. I did try it. It just didn't work out. But it's no big deal because I did the experience. And it's about the experience, man. So always go after your dreams. Be who you need to be to become successful. But success is not about money. It's not about the biggest thing you've ever done. It's about you're happy with what you're doing. And you're living that within your heart. That dream that love, that passion. Without love and passion, you have nothing, boys and girls. You're just an empty shell. You're a drone. But with passion and love, that essence breathes deeply within you. And you get to see wonderful things, pure awesomeness things that you didn't think is capable of. So, long story short, listen to your teachers. Listen to the advice you're given. Your parents and your family is your first support group of believing in you. They're the ones that pat you on the back and say, look, man, you can do better. You are doing great. Keep it going. And then as you get older and more wiser and realize opportunities around you each and every day. So, I love you guys. I hope this inspires or helps somebody out there who was about ready to walk away from their dreams. Because that would be a crying shame. I love you guys. Jeff Dickinson here. Live the dream. Be the dream. But don't ever walk away from the dream. Layers, guys. I'm going to enjoy a good movie. Like Gary. Yeah. Layers.